round 2, road to the championship. It began in Long Beach, continues on from Atlanta, going on to Orlando, and again, some new tracks. But excited to be back here once again here in beautiful Atlanta. Some great vibes, good times, just overall, a lot of music being created. We're creating music of our own. This is where the red dirt meets the asphalt of Road Atlanta, an iconic track as we crack a rock star. Again, I'm Jared Deenda. This is Jacob Gens.
Right off the bat,
my co-host there in the Pro
nitrous
Championship,
RGR
as
cars,
well as host of the Outer Zone
big old
podcast.
NA with a lot of shot of nitrous.
A lot of nitrous, a lot of laughing gas for the kids. All right, here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. with his first qualifying run, absolutely shredding out the gate. And away they go. Kentucky Derby was last weekend, but this pony's on it and running. Here we go, past that inside clip, now working his way up the hill, no problem. Look at that, minimal corrections. Talk about locked and loaded. Back at it like a track addict, yes sir. Mr. Plow comes down the hill. I mean, like he never left. Absolutely flawless. What a way to start qualifying. Yes sir. Okay, so there it is, 75-10. Now, you know, how about like, or I think he said 7-8 or something like that, and the guy was so offended. He's like, that's a monster number. Damn. So you got to know
really
what you're judging it against. So as we are moving on, we got RCP, Rome Charpentier, in that garageistic BMW. He failed to make competition in Long Beach and now looks very precise here. Breaks out the scalpel, brings his way up into the horseshoe, get into that outside zone, fills all of it, came into it very cleanly. Again, minimal corrections, nice job. I mean, everybody loves this track, knows this track, very familiar with it. It's got a good flow to it overall. There goes Rome, and crosses the finish line. Well done. Gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. 76.06. See if D-Mats from St. Louis can put down a run here, but again, just so much equity and knowledge of coming here 23 years. Here comes Derek Madison, that coilover depot S chassis, kind of a slow roll there, coming into that first zone, and then taps that inside clip. You can hear him on the throttle, burp, 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 but this is where you kind of almost hack the race data labs where you can fill it, but again, keep in mind that last 20 as voted on by our judges, the last 20 points I'm talking about, 40 in line, 40 in angle, 20 in style, and the 20 in style is allocated. Setting here in a little bit, a beautiful Georgia sky here, and there's D-Mads at 65.7, so Simon Olsen's motor popping, Rudy going through the oil. Like, there was a lot of calamity earlier today with the rain, the this, that, so that's why Rudy looks a little bit rough, but guess what? He's going to drive this thing roughly. Here we go, Rudy Hansen past that inside clip. Good fluidity, and you can see just minimal corrections there, but that's not going to hurt him too much. That's going to hurt him in style, but as far as placement of it, had to dive back in. Not the most proper line, more abrupt, going to that inside clip in the keyhole. Now coming back across. That thing, I mean, look, we are in the times of gas being almost $7 in California, so I feel like it is a scene out of Mad Max. These inside clips giving Rudy Hansen a little bit of trouble there, and you can see that reflected in his scores, but still a score, 65.96. And Castro.
I know.
This track suits his style. Inside clip, brings it right in tightly, and just slingshotting his way up. Big angle there, massive angle from Castro. Very fluid going from that outside zone into the clip. We are expediting these drivers and loving it.
The system has sped up significantly since Long Beach. So. Yeah,
and that, you know, that's always just, it's off to Miguel and his whole team. I don't know what he's going by today, if it's Miguel, Mikey, I don't know, Michael, regardless, Race Data Labs and the Wally, as we so much love it. And he's just like a puppy.
I know.
Like, once a jump, you're like, Will, calm down, buddy. Give him that little melatonin pill, and it just knocks him out. But Will, a drifting,
OG.
yeah, an OG. There you go. All right, we all love this car, Evangelion livery, so you gotta love Evangelion racing, part of that nerve. Getting the drone, getting the robot, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Masayama, thank you so much. Otoro Masayama gets that outside zone, now transitions through that keyhole. Nice job there. Bit of a hiccup, like you saw the car kind of just jostle around. Now coming back up the hill, Masayama rips up. Jerry Yang Racing, I mean, just what an absolute camp. You know, they're the Racer Network. Download the app, it's free. There's not a paid wall. Yes, there are options to pay for more stuff, but I'm telling you right now, it literally, Brian Eggert did a great video. Grid Life as well, so that's awesome. Andy Haley coming down the hill as you can see Andy Haley coming down in the BMW. Such an iconic car. Love the spirit of the Drift Wizard into that outside zone. Past that clip. Now exiting out. Almost came out of gear or something. Almost had a hiccup, but stayed in it. And now brings it back up. So good run there by Mr. Do You Want It? 62.36 for Mr. Haley. Nico Sharifo, what's he calling this thing? It's got a beautiful Italian name too, but this BMW 1 Series, he's making it look good, and there we go. As comes around that inside clip, the first one. Yeah, great angle there from Federico Sharifo. Gets it all the way to the outside edge. Little handbrake yank there. Ticks that box, exits out. There is a box. There's not a box, more of a rectangle with an arch.
Yep.
That's as you exit out and makes quick work of this Road Atlanta track, and yeah, he's having fun. You know, that was like a dog wagging his tail. So Federico Sharifo with a 73.43, definitely a good score. Again, nobody's been in the 80s just yet, correct?
Not yet.
Yep. So.
I was warned that this is a very tough track when it comes to the Race Data Lab system, so to expect the scores to reflect that.
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Ken Gucci, that's the next player here, car number 21, the Toyota Gazoo Racing Ready Performance Kenda GR86. The OG, original Gucci. Yo, come on down. Our next contestant on The Price is Right. Yes, sir, past an inside clip, navigates around, quick little yank. Had to massage it around that clip, was on kind of the incorrect line, then just quickly changed it up. Oh, buddy,
now
gets
we
into
go.
that dirt. Yes, sir, the gravel machine gun spraying at the fans. Again, Thursday, a little lean here today, but expecting a packed house. Like to see, more people show up for Prospect 9. Nice, 0.46 for Kenshiro Gucci, position 6. Coming down, that Nissan Z, the reboot. Nice job there. You can see him yanking that brake. He also had to kind of modify and tick that box. Ripping up, slingshotting into the horseshoe. Didn't get all the way out there. You talk about the edge of the course. Needs to get all the way out there. As the RDL, Race Data Labs, accumulating the scores. Filling on in. And comes back up. So nice job by Cody Buchanan. Definitely left some points out there.
You'll have something new and fresh coming out soon.
I don't want Peter to call me. I'm joking.
Yeah, you don't want to ride it. You're just I just want to see one with this app.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put a doll on it.
Yeah. and I want to golf in Brazil where they're all over the course.
Pick up your ball.
All right. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Are we doing signals here? The United States Army. Oh, Sully throwing some bat signals out here. United States Army GT Radio BMW. Oh, Sully O'Sullivan. On the throttle, you kind of massaging that go pedal. Not the smoothest when it comes to that exhaust zone. You saw that with the attitude of the car, but violent transition there going to that last inside clip.
You can see the
See it on top. Looks like a big computer mohawk on top. 70.73, really sealing the flavor. Trent Beecham, FL Pro vehicle, Kenda tires. As we were ready to throw down for his town, talking about Southern California. Pin to win, going up on into that horseshoe. That Clone X BMW. Past that inside clip. Driving it home in the keyhole. And brings it on past that finish line, executes flawlessly. So Beecham, good on the style points. You can see 11, 12, 11, the average. All right, TLO, Tommy Lamera, using all the course. Here goes Tommy Lamera. Let's see if he can backflip. I haven't seen a backflip, not in the car, but when he wins. I haven't seen a backflip in a minute. That XPN Kenda Tires Corvette. Liking the new livery, looking good into that zone. You heard him lift to coast, not drift, because that's what they're doing, but he coasted out to that outside zone. That is the 1.5 multiplier. Now transitions back. Dude, the flow is so good. Apologize. It's 70.66 guess Tom of the Mare really does it for him. I got hair envy.
Yeah,
you know?
same.
So yeah, here we go. Stookie, see if he Stuckies, stoke them out. Here we go. Stookie, pass that inside clip. 1, 2, and a 3. Up into the keyhole, into the horseshoe. Fills all of it. Really well done.
Yeah.
So that was a little hack in the planet right there. Oh, hit that rev limiter. Bogs down, but then continues on. Stookie, good transition from him. Very smooth. And that was how they utilize. Oh, look at that. Daniel Stookie, 75.33. So just goes to show you, 10.3 on it. Nate's again, just over the years progressed. He's having more fun. Look, even Matt gave him a thumbs up. Good job. You're doing it. You're doing it, bud. Here. All right, here we go. Nate Chen coming through the chute. Ripping on down the line. Little Manji. Initiation of the outside zone. Man, on throttle. I did not see a yank of that handbrake at all. Like I said, Nate just seems like he's having fun. He's much more fluid. He's part of that Jerry Yank camp. You can see him clutch kicking though. Whack, whack, whack. I mean, he is beating that thing up like a pinata. We'll see if there's a sweet treat comes out. Hopefully it doesn't come out of the vehicle because that would mean very bad things. But Nate Chen, dude, sticking it.
Yeah. We do the Harlem Shake or something.
66.53. So it's a 6.
Got the script right there.
Radical Daniel Burkett. Like watched his last name. Rad Dan, great looking car. Love the livery, Renee. Great job. There's some handbrake. Yank, yank, yank. All right, past that inside clip. And now coming up the hill. Let's definitely fluid. He's going to escape some points there. Now coming back up the hill. The Rad Industries Toyota Supra uses all the course, almost gets in the dirt. And you got a Dan Burkett with a 72.13. So they like the style.
Yep. He's done well there before too.
Yeah. So we will see the Heat Wave, man. Heat Wave making a lot of noise on and off track. Always debuting some new glasses and new so there goes Matt Field past that inside clip. Let's see him tick that box. Now coming up, quick little correction there. Good angle. Oh, he gets into that dirt. That wasn't the most fluid line there. What's going on there? That power band, it's like that line threw him off. So again, love the car. Oh, bang, 77.96. This is what I was talking about, hacking it, dude. He did it.
Great update this year.
All right, here we go. Adam LZ, unarguably one of the most popular drivers out there. Watch the transition. Woo! He grabbed 2 handfuls of handbrake right there. That Viper chair on the side. Viper chair in his garage. Now transitioning into that big outside zone. You want to ride that razor's edge. You want to get to that outside and the edge of that track. Now remember, this is with qualifying. This is about positioning. Again, only one. Position 4 is Adam LZ, 7 K&N Viper chair. Wow. Okay, moving on. After Adam LZ, Ryan Literal. Ryan Literal, mean, dark, menacing. Livery here. I like the new graphics. Again, that RB Army. You can hear that RB firing off. Sounded like a machine gun here. Now comes up into the horseshoe. Can't see the angle, but now you can. Man, sounded like those pop snappers. Firing off, now back down the hill, a lot of smoke. I know Ryan likes this track. He's seen some success here in the past. So, and for that. Ooh, so 57.9. I believe that very well might be. Ask Todd. Todd, where's the ice cream at?
Todd will know.
Cooper, give me some ice cream. Where's our runner at?
Where's Cooper?
Cooper, ice cream, stat.
Hey, Braden's been upgraded.
Braden, ice cream, stat, sprinkles, extra, rainbow. Rainbow tastes better.
Yeah.
Here we go, Jeff Jones coming down into that Nissan Z. Big drift energy. Let's see if he lives up to the name on the door. Bang, pushes that thing, says, move, clip, get out the way. As it goes into that outside zone. Big, massive angle. Oh, buddy. He's a heartbreaker. Having some struggles here up in that top portion of the track. That big LS. Oh, he is tight on he's on the wrong side of every instant.
Has seen some better days.
Tired, boss. Yeah, 51.63. So, like I said, that now I believe that could be the lowest score, unfortunately, for Jeff Jones. So, man, what a beautiful backdrop here, ripping through. We have so
rises to the occasion.
Just recounting that one dude that like,
Yeah.
I don't know who created you as the graphics guy, but I love Simon's livery. I think
That
it's
looks
really
great.
cool. Yeah, I love the car. All right, the Grandel Mark V Supra ripping past into the inside clip. Now powering up the hill, the Norwegian driver. Simon Olsen now into that outside zone. Didn't get all the way out there, so again, hacking it. He's just going for a straight line approach. Good fluidity. And now comes back across where it all began. Simon Olsen, good fluid, solid run. That's more akin of what you would see in a
Hold on. Sounds good.
69.23. Nice, Michael Jordan. Good score.
Nick,
Go on.
I'm glad Nick could clock out of the long day factory. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Moving on to our next driver. It looks like it is Mr. Ben Hobson. Hobson, let's see a throw down. And now, big angle there from Hobson in that Pennzoil Mustang RTR. Tapping that brakes, and you can see how exaggerated the brake lights are with all that smoke. Oh, no! And that is our first incomplete. So Ben Hobson over-rotates, and just the car shot on in. And as that sun is setting, the track is changing, but that will be our first incomplete. Unfortunate for Ben Hobson. He had a great Long Beach. Was really excited for him and his involved. I like that controlled chaos interview. He says, who is Ryan Turk? I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm 100% a drift driver. So by no means is he hanging up his helmet, but not competing in a full season of Formula Drift. So a bit of a swan song for him here in Atlanta, past that inside clip, lifting that front left tire in the hot hatch. That is the Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla. Now coming in the Kenda tires, grabbing the handbrake, and that was dragging it to maintain and stay into that. Yeah, that was definitely just a modification to keep it within that outside zone. But look at this little bullfrog of a car just hip-hopping his way up and back. And there it is, 69.66. Ryan Turk. What's the 4-1-1? Well, he slides into 12. New sponsor, that's Chris the Force Forsberg at the Destin Industries all-new Nissan Z. Coming down the pipe. Here comes Forsberg. Transitions into the outside zone. Quick little yank of the handbrake. Brings that inside clip. Loving the black and white livery. Kind of like when he's kind of going on his own thing. I love it. The Optima battery is sparking. Dragging that bumper, so he's trying to hack it, similar to like a field type approach, but fills all of that outside zone in the keyhole, the horseshoe. Man, standing on it. Look at the smoke coming off those Kenda tires.
Big angle there at the end, too. There's another big conversation.
Chris Forsberg and the Destin Industries Forsberg champion. Unarguably best drifter in the world. That Pennzoil O'Reilly Auto Parts Mustang RTR Spec 5. And he's going to just fill all this thing. Watch this. Now comes into that inside clip. Ripping up the hill. He's going to try to ride that razor's edge. Look at that all the way out there. Escape that inside clip in the keyhole just a touch. Now coming back down the hill. You see him just dragging, you know, kind of just, I'd love to see the footwell on that. You can hear him just using that left. So that number one spot at 82.13. Showing you why.
That's different. Yeah, that's different.
Dylan Hughes, O'Reilly Auto Parts, BMW, Royal Purple. Where's the crown? The king that wears the crown. Tips over, tipping on some faux foes. Past that inside clip. Now coming up, fills all that. Those white wheels standing and highlighting. See him working the wheel. Really just zeroing in on those outside zones. Good job by Dylan. Compromised the line to adhere to that angle, but look at that, 13s across the board for style. So good. Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro. Watch the James Brown interview. Here we go. Diego Higa initiates into that outside zone. Little handbrake there, past that inside clip. And we talked about how just he looks a lot more confident in this car from 2 years ago. Took a little hiatus, now came back. Past that inside clip, he ticks that box. Well done. It fills all that rectangle. Look at the angle here, 49, 47 degrees of angle, 50 degrees of angle. That's gonna be really reflective. Very comparable to like Dylan's goal. Like I said, 33.6, but balanced it out. So 73.10 for Diego Higa as we move on. So James Dean, Forsberg, Matt Field, our top three. RCP 4, Dylan Hughes 5th. Brandon, and then we'll continue on. So here comes B. Sorensen, new livery, new look, same great tenacity, and a hard-spirited driver. Brandon Sorensen. And there we go, high flying Sorensen. Brandon Sorensen comes into that outside zone. Great placement there, I like that. Good fluid line, but it set him up. He hung out there too long, so it threw him off that inside clip. But I think, you know, again, you got to put a lot onto that outside zone. But unfortunately, that threw him off of the inside clip. But still Amanda, and there it is, 64.5. So missing on some line, but there it is. We'll take a short break. 5 more drivers left for their. So first up, Odie Bakshi debuting that new Subaru BRZ, field suspension, Subi mods. Again, you know, like I said, Sean Booth joining his program, the Pro Spec Championship. Unfortunately, did not qualify. Here we go. Odie Bakshi's coming down the hill, that brand new Subaru BRZ. Let's see if Odie Bakshi's does some strategy or if he's just going for a signature Odie run. Looks like pretty straightforward, good fluid run there, big angle. Gets all the way to the outside zone. Look at that, click, click, click. He was ticking that boxes, baby. Well done. Odie in the box, not a Jack in the box. And now transitions through, very fluid, like that. As far as style goes, that was really, really well done. Leader with Odie Bakshi, 83.43. Like I said, look at that, 17, 14, and 15 for style.
You're gonna get that.
All right, moving on. This is Cole Richards. Lives here in Georgia, and this car has seen this track many a years ago, but Cole has been, again, he explodes that front headlight. And now coming up the hill, correction with the chrome wheels, going around. Not the smoothest run, but he is placing the car in the right place. So, man, that thing sounds like, whoa, wow. And look at that transition there. Sounds like a dial-up modem, dude, trying to, yeah, he is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Richards. Cole Richards, there it is.
Didn't know. You gotta remember, there's a new build, a new engine for him as well. This car built in 16 days.
Yeah, well, he got some time in between Long Beach and here, so hopefully works it out, or, you know, the Shanahan way, he's gonna make it. It's gonna be a Shanahan, the Shanahan. Woo, pulling that front left. Definitely loose. Going to that outside zone, works it up, that PSR. That was dragging. He was dragging that back bumper along that outside zone, because you see how fast and quick he was, cutting back through his own smoke trail. What's good is the wind has died. It's not as cold, but
a 0, but a 71.8 puts him in 14th.
Time champion as well, going for his 4th. Let's see what we got here. Ready. Coming down the hill, the Rockstar Energy Drink. Love the new livery. New kind of retro look there for Rockstar Energy Drink here in 2026. Past that inside clip. Very smooth, kind of lifted and coasted his way into it. Now coming to the outside zone, textbook. Oh, look at that. Yep, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to hang out in that outside zone. Leaning into it. Car looks so good at night. Looks so good.
White block meets the red is
real
that
quick,
100%.
78.13.
No, you're good. Thank you. So,
and our final driver, again, given that he's our final, he's our current points leader. Only one round in, a lot of momentum for Mr. Shanahan, Jack Shanahan, in that Red Bull and Juka Racing, Jerry Yang Racing, 86. The right-hand drive, massages it into that big outside zone. Oh, there you go. So that not in that white box. Want to see that overlay of Wally standing on. You can hear that rev limiter just banging on that thing. 70.63. You can see some missing some points as far as line goes. Staying on Nitto tires. Coming down the hill, Vaughn Gittin Jr. I'm sure he wants to back it up, dragging that back bumper, and now coming across. And there we go. And into the outside zone, flying flamethrowers. Pass that inside clip. Yeah, this thing is just ripping right now. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the Ford Mustang RTR makes his way back up the Wally. It's a robot, get it? All right, so 75-10 for Vaughn Gittin Jr. Slides him into 10th, and the run 1 was better than 2, I believe, on his second run. Eco Love Kumo tire, BMW E36. Here comes Rome Charpentier. Doing really well at a Hot Pit Auto Fest. And again, just unfortunately did not qualify in Long Beach, but all signs are saying that he will be in the show on Saturday. Brings it into the outside zone. Now past that clip. So again, there's that zone, that rectangle, Jacob, on the ground. Is that an actual zone or
Yep, that is.
just wanted to confirm.
Yep. And no, he's going to stick with that.
All right,
76.
so it's 76, yeah. So again, and here we go. So Derek Madison, D-Mads from St. Louis, Coilover Depot, S chassis. See him getting into it. A lot of handbrake, fills that outside zone, past the inside now, heading up the hill. Let's see what Derek Madison can do for us up here at top. Gets in, doesn't get all the way out there. Ooh. Fortunately, D-Mads does have a score on his first run. Derek Madison, 65.7. So 65.7 on his first run. I don't know if to the occasion. Let's see what we got here from Rudy Hansen. Exposed wheels, no fenders. Again, he got to the back of Simon Olsen after he popped his motor, put up a roadblock on him, but Hansen fighting back. The Team Hansen S chassis looking a lot more fluid in this run, and that was really well done. That looked comparable to what we saw from Matt Field earlier, working and getting the car out there and playing the game, ticking that boxes and filling all of that outside zone 5. So a lot more fluid from Rudy on that second run.
Yes.
Give and take, so a 68.63. So he does better it just barely, but that's a significant jump there. Just
70.86. He's currently 17th overall. So
all right, here we go. Talking about Jonathan Castro, Dominican's finest, coming down into the outside zone. Yanks that handbrake, stays in it. Little tap of the brake. Good fluid transition past that inside clip, and powers his way into that outside zone 5. Really good run from Castro. Barely just dipping a tread into that inside clip in the keyhole. Now he just gets blinded by the smoke. His own smoke he's producing here. Back up the hill. Jonathan Castro puts a run down. Now Castro does have a 70.86. The run 1 was the better of the two. You can see down in every category.
Yeah.
So 70.86 Formula Drift. Wataru Masayama, 71.76 on his first run. Looking over your shoulder there. Thank you, Jacob, for writing that down.
Gotcha.
And there we go. Wataru Masayama past that inside clip. Hung it out there quite a bit. Didn't have that good fluid, but that's really not going to come into play. That'll come into play for style, but not so much. Wow. Talk about just working the system. Here we go. The Jerry Yang tire fire. Between Hiroya Manoa and the Jerry Yang vehicles and Chris Forsberg, they always have tire fires, man. That tire debris builds up underneath those 86s. No, he does not. Or no, he does.
Yep.
Sorry, I apologize. 74.13, he does. So he ups the ante. Look at that.
Not in a great spot.
No, this is just to solidify comfortably that he's in the show. Needs to jump up here. Ooh. Oh boy, a lot of sports. Something's wrong.
I think that was just all brakes.
That was just all brakes, no gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a detriment to his score. And we talked about being comfortable. Yeah, didn't even get to the outside zone. That is not gonna better a 62.6, unfortunately.
No, I mean, they may deem this an incomplete.
Federico Sharifo in this BMW 1 Series, the Pennzoil Long May We Drive. Past that inside clip. Ooh, good execution, baby. Well done, Fetty. Now coming into that outside zone, and the big outside zone 5. Uses all the course. Good angle here. Good overhead view of the True Serum. Now transitioning back down the hill. Good style. I really like the style of that, and he did a good job on execution. So, and there it is, 73.43, and just as I said, very comparable, but run 1. We'll see. Coming down the hill, we are looking at Ken Gushi. Ken Gushi in that, talking about his Gazoo Racing ready performance. Kenda tire shrouded 86. Good execution, good fluid line from him. Currently has a 69.46. Good placement of that 86, fills all of that rectangle on the ground. Does escape that inside clip. And then back, coming around to that last one.
Doesn't look like he improves on that one. Picks up some more on style, but
did not. Cody Buchanan right now, again, a Formula Drift Pro rookie, comes down the hill in his trusty Nissan 350Z. Like you said, something maybe in the works. Maybe this year or next year. Taps that inside clip. Now past that, up the hill he goes and brings it into the outside zone 5. Fills it, definitely gets that Z in a box. Now comes back out and then into that last inside clip. Reboot wide open, Nissan Z.
How this is going to affect everything. So looks like 65.23 is what he is going to stick with. Not able to make an improvement on that last run.
So 65.23, 18th right now. First run, 70.73. And here comes O'Sullivan, that U.S. Army BMW. Slides on into that first outside zone, past the inside clip. Did exceed that box a little bit from that first naked eye perspective. And then really in there, that's good. That was really good. I liked, again, that good balance of style, and he filled that outside zone. I think that was a good melding of adhering to what Wally wants and what the human judges want as well.
Yeah, it looks like up a little bit, 71.8.
House, BMW, Clonex. Let's see what Trent Beecham's got for us coming down the hill. Now initiates into that outside zone. Little handbrake yank. He yanks on it into and up the hill. Oh, big correction and straightening. So obviously that will be reflected in his angle. Oh, and he escapes. So I don't think he's gonna better the 66.43. Now comes back. Yeah, so not as tidy. Definitely just a loose run there.
So yeah, 66.43 is going to be his best score between the two.
61st run. It's going to be hard to beat, but Tommy can do it. And we've seen obviously higher scores into the 80s. Tommy fills that first outside zone. Big angle there from Tommy Lemaire around that first inside clip. Good, another big angle there from Tommy Lemaire. Let's see if he can work it. Stays in there, doesn't go all the way to the course edge. Ooh. And again, hanging it out there. That didn't set him up too properly for that inside clip. And now the last one brings it in on home and into that inside. It is really hard to see. So 71.5, he does better it. So 71.5 on his second run. He sits in 8th. He will most definitely be in the show. This is a good opportunity. Track time. See these conditions as well, because this is kind of the temps we're going to see Saturday night if you're in the show. So check your setup. See how it can navigate here in the colder, dry, nice conditions into the outside zone. Again, looks like Stuckey, yeah. You were a little enamored by that?
That's good, just a really nice line.
Yeah, it was good. It was fluid, clean. Somewhat on the inside of that, there'll be a deduction there on that last inside clip, so exceeding that.
Gonna stick with a 75.33. Picks up a couple of points there on style, but not quite on angle. His first run on angle was better.
Sits 25th, he scored 66.5. You can see the stats and the ticker coming on down the hill. Nate Chen into that outside zone. Good job by Chen. We talked about his fluidity. He's definitely gotten more and more aggressive as the seasons have moved on into that outside zone. Got in about the halfway point. Didn't get in early, but definitely got out there. Now coming across and across the finish line. All right, Nate Chen, you can see.
Is going to be an improvement for him.
Yep, 71.23 puts him in a 19th position, the better score. And he's Dan Burkett coming down the hill initiates, so we can see that angle there, 27, 26, 35, 47, maxing out that angle, past that inside clip. See the speed here coming up the hill, making his way into that outside zone. 72.13, that is his personal score to beat on his first run. Good angle from him. Now bring it back into that last inside clip. And 70, yeah, so run one was the better of the two, 72.13. However, that really showed you that, you know, let's do this, do that, and work it out. But look how aggressive he is. He's coming in very high. I think this is going to be more of a steezy, big, styly, uncorked Matt Field run here in that Boiler Performance Corvette. Now coming to the outside zone. See, that's much more of a fluid, natural head-to-head line versus like a qualifying, you know, hacking it. Not a little control, alt, delete, up, down, down, left, right, select, start.
Yeah, I really liked what he did going into 5, where he wasn't grabbing handbrake or anything like that. Like
77.96, that was his first run score. So that stands to be the better of the two. And moving on, Adam LZ, currently ranked 9th with a score of 75.16 or 75.76, we'll see. But 75 regardless. Here we go. Adam LZ in the Drift HQ BMW, yanks the handbrake, pass it inside clip. And he is just definitely a methodical driver. I think this format really suits his style into that outside zone, right on that course's edge. That was really well done. Again, Adam a bit of a robot, a tinkerer, right? So I think this style of judging really suits his style. So again, utilizing the 9.66, jumps up considerably.
It's just gone.
It is really tough. So imagine being a driver, like you said, all those elements coming at you, just making those modifications. Like you said, we're up here in our tower saying do this, do that, but when you're in the thick of it, literally the thick of the smoke. Now coming into that outside zone. Yeah, it looks like he's not trying to work the system. He is just driving a good, clean line, not trying to drag bumper, but he does just naturally. Really good drive right now. I think this is definitely going to be better than 57.9. Quick little correction on that last outside zone. Excuse me, last. Okay, so here we are. Yes, he does. He jumps up a considerable amount, 70.20 and 0.6. He's going to want to up this quite a bit, just like we saw from Ryan Literal. Remember, the car gripped up quite a bit. He was on the either side of the clip, so let's see what the Big Drift Energy Nissan Z could do. This is where you just got to go back and defect to the talent you know you have. Don't try to play any games. Just put a good line down. And I think that's how it worked out well for Ryan Literal. So hits that inside clip. Nice job exiting out of the horseshoe. Now coming back up the hill, a lot better. And that is going to be definitely better than a 51.6. Oh, just a little bit. So I still think he could sit there comfortably, but
knocked out because Ben is the only driver that can really surpass him at this point.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. This is Simon Olsen. Simon Olsen currently with a 69.23, comes down the hill, fills that outside zone, takes the box, goes over it, doesn't just dip that front tire in. Now into that outside zone. Good fluid line. Good little tap or yank on the brake. Nothing too aggressive, but just to keep it longer into that outside zone at the halfway point, and comes and brings it into that last inside zone and back up the hill. Yeah, it's 73, so it is considerably. So 73.43 jumps up. It's in the wings. If Hobson gets a score, that means Haley, or it has to be, I think it was a 50-something. He needs to get a score on the board for this Penzel. And that's not it. That is not going to be it. So that could be unfortunately an incomplete for Ben Hobson. We will see officially. Now finishing out the entirety, and there's a little tire fire.
That's a good one. That's a really good one, though.
Holy cow, he is standing on it. But it is not a good one, a 58.2. The automotive culture. All right, here we go. Ryan Turk, that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, whips in that hot hatch into that first outside zone. A lot of handbrake there, working the system. But look at this thing. Jumps up the hill. powering up. Again, he's running that power plant that is underneath the hood of Frederick Osbo's Toyota Supra. That 6-cylinder. Big angle there from the hot hatch. Now comes back into that inside clip. Boom, right on the ticker. The 411.
Solid.
That was well done. No, sorry. No, literally 10 drivers. So here we go. This is Christopher Forsberg in that Destin Industries all-new Z, the optimal battery, giving that spark, and then ripping on in and past that clip. There goes the Z. He was the qualifying leader at one point. He still is in that top, I believe, 3. He has an 80.66. So now he is, again, it looks like he is a lot more fluid there. The Magna Flow, bro. Feeling the flow. Past that clip and then back up the hill. So no, it does not better his first run. So line, he is lacking there. 27 out of 40, but 82.13. It's going to be definitely hard to beat. He can do it. James Dean can beat himself. Here we go into that. Initiates into that outside zone. You saw him dragging. I feel like he wants to get into the 90s. Like just prove everybody wrong. Get that massive angle. Hit that right line. Look at it.
There it is.
That was it.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, I'm not leaving you just yet. Sail on me? Nope. Sail on me, baby. Come sail away into that last inside clip. Yeah, he look. You could tell he was like, no, it's gripping up. No, it's not. Use round 1 to this round. 82.13. So
Not quite.
that was that's the first run score. So you could see though 29, 30.
But I think they've done a great job at updating everything and providing more clarity to everybody as well. So it's been good.
All right, let's make it clear that Dylan Hughes is going to try to better a 75.6. He's currently sitting at 8th. So that's a couple of position for the Royal Purple O'Reilly Auto Parts BMW. Good fluid line. And it just brings it on into the outside zone. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
I like that. That was
Real early.
really, really good. Just hitting that arc so well, so smoothly. And Dylan brings it back in. Well done. That's 75.6. The run 1 is the better of the 2. Holds 8th position.
He's never looked better, right?
Totally.
Like sometimes that year just to be like, okay, I'm not.
Just lingers, and the lights just really exasperate it too as well. Here we go, Diego Higo into that inside clip. Now transitioning. Look, I mean, the thing looks like it's popping a wheelie, man. I mean, it's got a lot of power into that outside zone, dragging all of it. Throws him off a little bit off that inside clip, the keyhole. Tapping the brake, working it into that last clip. Does exceed it a little bit, but a good run, 73. He does better with a 73.86. So, I mean, look at identical line scores.
First run out, and then he chased the line finishes all season.
Here we go, Brandon Sorensen. Brandon Sorensen coming down the hill. He's in that Sorensen Motorsports BMW. Got a new quad lock there on the back. We'll see if he can lock it in past that inside clip. Look at the angle here, 52 degrees. Getting into the outside zones. Puts it right in, taps that brake. These LS BMWs. And now comes back down. Again, that is not a clip. And then here is inside clip 8. Yeah, it's back up the hill.
Yeah.
Canny at 82.10. Yes, sir. Jumps up considerable. Look at that. I'm like, what's up? He's like, just need to step it up. And there it is. So, all right, Odie Bakshis, he is currently number 1 with an 83.43. But now this is sparring right now. He's sparring with the course, he's sparring with the car. So Odie Bakshis, oh so smooth. And like you said, sometimes the smoother ones are, very deceiving because they are just that. They're so smooth, and that's what you want to see. And look at that. Look at the lights. They're pointed out. Look at the lights. He's getting that vision. Really good vision there for Odie Bakshis. And past that last clip, I don't know if that's going to better 83.43.
Overload, and it takes away from it. So I'm really happy with where we're at when it comes to this graphics setup. So great.
Richards, again, currently sitting 4th in points. Going to talk about him being a little wallflower, more ways than one, but one headlight, playing the jams. Ooh, he threw it at it, had to back off a little bit to modify and adjust. He currently has a 72.6. He's sitting at 16th right now. And now coming through and exiting out. Let's see how he nails this last clip. Right on it. Yep, so again, that trailing front wheel, so that front right. Oh, he does better, 74.43, so just by a few points. Think
to a Shanahan, that's an insult.
Right, yeah.
Anything in double digits, you're like, are you kidding me?
Yep. All right, so Jeff, again, we're going to sit at 19. This momentum going into tomorrow, too, getting more comfortable with the car. So Shanahan rips in to that inside clip, pulling tire. Yeah, you talked about it. Looks like he is definitely driving a bit more spirited in this second run. Out to the course, hitting off that rev limiter, into the clip. So you can see all the telemetry, super active right now. Getting through. Ooh, that was the wrong side, homeboy. Yeah, 76, yeah. So there we go, single digits.
There we go, we're better.
You happy about that there, lad?
I don't think.
Here we go, Frederick Osbo, looking mean. The fangs are out. Look at that, the yellow fangs in that Toyota Supra. That rocks. Ooh, kind of scrubbed some speed. That looks very. It looked like it was kind of bogging down on power or something, but doesn't seem to be the issue right now. But interesting approach. Is he exercising placement right now more than speed? That's what it seems like. But maybe, you know, I mean, just knowing Steph Papadakis, you know, he's in his ear probably saying, hey, do this, try this. You know, that there could be some strategy there. I mean, keep in mind, he is currently sitting 6th with a 78.13, so 78.7. So just barely, 0.6 or 0.57. Robot to robot. Here we go, our final driver, run 2. This is Connor Shanahan, our points leader, coming into this round. Can he maintain that points lead after Saturday night? Connor Shanahan and Juka Racing, Jerry Racing Red Bull, 86. Now into that outside zone. Fills it up, 70.6. He currently sitting 24th. So not ideal. Like you said, the Shanahan's driving maybe a little bit more spirited to jump up. 70.6 is his current run 1 score to the Formula 0 Pro Championship. 70.6, so the run 1 was the better of the two.
Yeah.
Literal Dean versus Buchanan. What are we looking at?
Fun ones. Von Gittin versus Nate Chen. That could be interesting. Cole Richards, Tommy Lemaire, a bit of a throwback to
LC
the old
versus Beecham.
Yeah, there's some fun ones.
Good.
Hughes Castro. That's actually going to be sick. Higa Burkett. I mean, there's really not a bad battle in here. Shanahan Litter will be interesting. Rome and Connor will be interesting. Rome, I mean, qualifying 9th.
All right, so that's how it shapes up. You can see our top 32. This goes down Saturday. Round 2 of the Formula 0 Pro Championship. Thank you so much. Thanks for playing, and we'll